My supervisor is suddenly questioning my PTO requests. I'm one of the ones in the office who has the best attendance. I barely miss work unexcused. Maybe once every couple of months I'll take off early unexpected. My wife is pregnant and we've had a ton of appointments this season, including some for me like dentists, PCP, etc. And for our 2-year-old daughter, which I like to be there as well. I was under the impression that I can use my sick time, PTO, for all of this. Now for some reason my supervisor is making comments like, "That's funny you had an appointment last week. What's this one for?" Or, "What time is your appointment and why do you need more than 2 hours?" Quote, "It's just making me uncomfortable and I feel like I'm doing something wrong." She's a great supervisor, but it seems she's been a little stressed lately. Should I be prepared to explain or have records of my appointments? I've earned my PTO and still have plenty saved up. I really don't use much. I had a boss like that once. Always questioning short times out of the office during normal hours. Whenever he asked, I'd look very serious and say, "It's medical." A few times he asked for more detail and I frowned and said, "It's medical." Same answer over and over. Eventually, he got the hint. There's no point debating with stupid people or assholes. For starters, everyone needs to get the word request of their damn vocabulary. Your PTO is part of your benefits package. It's accrued through hours you work. To use at your discretion when you need it. It's not a request, it's advanced notice of a temporary change in your availability. Staffing is on their job description, not yours, and frankly, staffing, or coverage, is not a valid excuse to deny PTO. As a manager, I never denied any submissions. Ever. If the fur was short, then I worked it myself. Blah blah, the expectations are blah blah. No. Your expectation does not alter my availability. And I'm unavailable. You can either change your expectation or accept working short. But either way, that's a you problem. Likely thinking you are interviewing elsewhere. If you're good, she is likely worried about losing you. Especially if she is getting pressure from up above. Bring this up at your next review and see what her reaction is. You sound like a good employee and better hubby and dad. Your employer's stress is not your problem. Your supervisor is concerned you're looking for a new job. You have no requirements to tell her why you're taking off work. Just keep saying, "I have an appointment." You can, if you want, explain separately. You're happy with your job and not looking to leave at the moment. But your home life is more complicated than usual at the moment, with more appointments than you've had previously. Others have said it great, it's medical, end of sentence. But I think you should stop using PCP. Your boss is getting stressed because one of her highest attendance employees now suddenly is taking more than 1 or 2 hours off at a time and is interrupting her flow. I make it clear ASAP that PTO is 1, not a request, but an earned benefit I'm using. 2. My own damn business. The first time a manager or anyone asks what reason I had for taking the PTO, my response is I'm not giving one, I didn't give one. My tone is polite but firm. Never been questioned after that. You have to be prepared to take the time off even if the manager says no though. If I'm ever taking time off for a medical appointment, and they say no, my response will immediately be, "Look, manager name. I'm going to this doctor's appointment. This is me giving you a heads up." And then you walk away. Hang up, or stop responding to texts. Don't be an asshole, but stand up for yourself and your autonomy outside of work. Create clear separation between work and not work. Probably worried you're going to job interviews. Just explain that it's medical appointments with your partner. If they ask for more details, like others have said, just repeat medical appointments. PTO, personal time off equals none of their biz. She sees an employee with great attendance suddenly need a few hours off periodically. She thinks you are interviewing. Just tell her, I'm not interviewing. I'm taking care of some appointments I put off and using the paid time off I earn. What is your main concern? Quote. Probably thinks you're interviewing. They legally cannot ask. You legally do not have to tell. It's medical is the correct choice every time. They aren't allowed to. You simply say it's personal. Oregon law was updated recently. You can record your boss saying these things without disclosing that you're recording her. If I were you, I'd record your conversations with her where she asks for information BC she's not allowed to ask medical information. What's this appointment for? I know you said she's a good boss normally, but things change and you need to protect yourself in case anything happens. Now for some reason my supervisor is making comments like, that's funny you had an appointment last week. What's this one for? Or, what time is your appointment and why do you need more than 2 hours? Quote, because I need to get away from your high assholiness. Could she be worried you're interviewing elsewhere? They're worried you are interviewing elsewhere and potentially leaving. Emo. Good. Let them worry. Every company should be fighting to keep you. You are under no obligation to tell them why you are taking off. I also heavily agree with some other comments saying that you are not asking. You are informing them of a change in your availability. They don't need to know why, especially if it's medical. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's on shaky ground legally for them to pry like that in that context. Seems like the supervisor needs some additional training, or needs to have a lecture from our. Yes, I have appointment. You are not my doctor, so what it's about is none of your business.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.